A few days ago, I was spotted by a young man who happens to be a student where I work, and he identified me. He called me out by an interesting name. He was like, Auntie Bemba Proverbs! Auntie Bemba Proverbs! How are you? So I turned. Then I recognized this boy. I said, Oh, I'm fine. How are you? I'm fine. So I've acquired myself a new name, Auntie Bemba Proverbs. Welcome to my channel. I'm Black, I'm Bemba, and I'm proud. Thank you for stopping by. If it's the first time, please like, share, subscribe. And for those of you who have been following me, thank you for staying with me. Please don't lose me. No matter how long I take, I'll still come back. I'm that committed to this cause. The goal is to preserve Zambian culture in the smallest way I can manage, which is teaching Bemba proverbs and other proverbs from other tribes whenever I get the chance to feature another person. So this afternoon, I've dared myself to pick proverbs randomly from my head. I usually write them down so that I don't say the same proverb more than once. But today, I've not written them anywhere. I wish I could show you down here. I'm not looking anywhere. And I just want to say them as they come and interpret them. That's how good I am at my language. I hope you will learn and even exceed where I am. So the first one is ushirwira kapapa kamubiye nakakwe kapokwa. Ushirwira kapapa kamubiye nakakwe kapokwa. Akapapa. I'll start by translating because I'm aware there are people who are not Zambians, and even if they are Zambians, they don't understand Bemba like me. So akapapa is dry animal skin, a hide, Hide. So the translation is, he who doesn't fight for another person's hide will end up having theirs grabbed from them as well. He who doesn't fight for another person's hide will end up losing theirs as well. The interpretation, the teaching of this proverb is basically telling people to be courageous as well as being each other's keeper, a brother's keeper, a sister's keeper. Because if you're going to watch someone grab something from someone and not do anything about it when you should or when you can, it means you're a coward. It means those people can as well attack you and grab what belongs to you, and you won't have the courage to defend yourself. So, this proverb is telling people to be courageous, to stand up for themselves as well as people around them who need their help, who need their support, who need defending. If you're courageous enough to start claiming a hide which you clearly know isn't yours, how much more can you defend what belongs to you? So be courageous, people. Don't be cowards. Don't keep quiet in a situation you're supposed to speak out and defend someone, because by keeping quiet, trust me, you've already picked a side, and the verdict of that person, good or bad, because of your silence, you have a hand in it. Okay? So, number 2, let's see. Omulembe owa Kipuba opwira mu litunfwe. Omulembe owa Kipuba opwira mu litunfwe. Omulembe. For my relatives and friends who are not Zambians and may not be familiar, Omulembe is a traditional vegetable-like, soup-like. It's a vegetable which is like a soup, and usually it's slippery. There's, I think, an English one, okra. Okra falls in the family of mlembwes in Zambia. So if it's a boiled okra, it will slip. It's a slippery soup. So the translation of this proverb is, when a foolish person is preparing that okra and everyone who says, let me taste, they give, that soup will finish before they can serve the meal. Okay. The teaching is, do not be too free to allow everyone and anyone access to you. Don't be too open for people to get from you whatever, be it inside of you, outside of you, a skill, anything that you can offer. It's not everyone that should have access. It's not everyone that should receive from you. Okay, so if you're going to dish out, you will remain with nothing. And those people who have collected from you, used what they collected from you, and excelled in life, they'll still laugh at you. Meanwhile, you thought you were being kind. So you should gauge how much you should give, how much you should go into this situation. Don't go all in before you can be sure. You tread softly before you go all out into something. Don't be easy to access. Women, if it's in a relationship, don't allow every man that approaches you to have access to you. They should not get intimate to you. It's not a must that everyone who approaches you should get to know you, should get close to you, and whatever. It's okay, let people have negative things to say about you because you denied them access to yourself, okay? Don't do that. You're not being kind if you're giving whatever you have, especially if it's something that has to do with your dignity. It's okay to be talked about in the negative as long as you know they are just hurt because they didn't get what they hoped. People will take from you as much as they can as long as you allow them, and they'll give you nothing in return. Number 3, mukyalo mu buliri ew'amaano n'ekipuba kiba nfumu. Mukyalo mu buliri ow'amaano n'ekipuba kiba nfumu. This one has a twin, which is mukyalo kyampofu n'owali ensolimu ab'enfumu. Mukyalo kyampofu n'owali ensolimu ab'enfumu. In a society of the blind, the one with one eye will be king. In a society of the blind, the one with one eye will be king. In a society where there are no wise people, even a foolish one ends up being king. Those are the translations for the two proverbs. The meaning of the two, I know there could be a slight difference in their interpretation somewhere, but here is the uniform one. It means in a society where a certain trait is dominant, the one who stands out is bound to be leader. In a primitive society, the one who's a bit civilized, the one who has a bit of exposure is going to be made leader of that society because the others don't know any better, the others are backward. So whether that person is leading the right way, whether what they know is correct, whether what they know is true, they are going to lead and people are going to follow blindly because they don't know any better. They don't have anything to argue against to say, but I know this. So if you're watching this, please take this as a learning point and don't shun knowledge in whatever form you are here. Learning doesn't mean it doesn't have to be in class alone. You are here watching this video. I'm teaching Proverbs. Pick from this what you can. Observe what happens around you. That is also part of learning. Read if you can, go to school if you can, and no one is going to mislead you because you will know better. You'll be exposed, okay? And you won't be gullible. You won't be easy to convince. You won't be easy to mislead. You'll be able to judge situations and say, this can't be right. But if you choose to be comfortable where you are, a fellow blind person will come and mislead you. And you may land somewhere you don't expect in a bad place. The last one, because I still want to keep my videos short, I don't want to bore anyone. I want you to learn and still find this interesting so that you look forward to the next video. The last one is Pitoku temunobe musuma wa lwendo. Pitoku temunobe musuma wa lwendo. Pass here, I pass there is not a good companion on a journey. Pass here, I pass there is not a good companion on a journey. What this is teaching is that if you are going to agree with someone to embark on a journey and they say, okay, you go ahead of me, I'll follow behind. Or I'm branching off somewhere, you proceed, I'll still catch up with you. That person doesn't mean to be on that journey with you. If you want to work with someone, if someone pledges to walk a road with you, you should walk from start to finish together. So it's basically teaching about unity. If someone wants to work with you, you should have one goal, one objective, and you achieve what you wish to. Who knows, when they branch off, what if they decide to come back? And if what you're embarking on requires two people to achieve, you won't get there. So if people are going to work together, it should be you've agreed. Two should not work together until they've agreed, unless they've agreed. Okay, that is a portion of a Bible verse I've quoted. So if you're going to embark on a journey, it's not necessarily a journey. It could be a business project, whatever. Make sure while you are on the same track, you are on the same page with someone. If they are going to want to branch off, be sure you are walking that road alone. For now, I'll end here. I'll be back with more. Please be patient enough. It's not always easy to come and share these videos, but whenever I have the chance, I'll be back. Don't forget to like, to share, and to subscribe. Happy festive season. See you next time.